What is up, people? TheyLiveGlasses here, and welcome back to my channel. Shout out to all the new subscribers and new people tuning in. Good to have you here. Appreciate that. Thank you. So today's video is something I've been noticing for a while, and it's very weird, and that's the alliance between third wave feminism and Islam. What strikes me as particularly strange and contradictory is the way that women are treated under Islamic law, and not only feminists' reticence to criticise this, but actually protecting it, down to campaigning for hate speech laws to include blasphemy, and specifically to protect Islam alone in some cases. Now, I'm going to come back to this in more depth at another time because there's a lot to go into, but today I'm just going to make this one kind of point. So I've been watching all the footage from the Women's March, or anti-Trump march to be more accurate, as conservative and pro-life women were kind of kicked out of the march and not allowed to be part of the groups involved. So I was listening to all the fear-mongering and hysteria and criticisms of Trump and these things he hasn't actually done, because at that point he'd been president for around 24 hours. And I realised that all these criticisms pretty much apply to Islamism, and also that the feminists were ignoring these things that are actually happening in Islam and blindly defending it while pointing at Trump, which is fucking weird. So they say, like, Trump will be totalitarian and oppressive, but Trump was democratically elected, and Islamic theocracies can actually be totalitarian and are definitely oppressive to everyone who lives under them, really, men and women. They say Trump is exclusionary, but the Quran advocates death to apostates and non-Muslims, and in some cases will allow them to live, but they'll have to pay some sort of protection tax and live with a kind of second-class citizen status. They say Trump hates trans and gay people. Islam advocates you know, killing gay and trans people, throwing them off roofs, hanging them, that type of deal. They say Trump is misogynist. But then under Islamic law, a court requires 2 witnesses to be equal to the testimony of one man. So, and then you have all the kind of sexual assaults are going on, which I'm sure are in no way linked to the behaviour of people in the Quran. They say Trump is far right or fascist, but technically speaking, if you mapped political Islam like on the political compass test kind of thing, it shares a number of characteristics with fascism and would be in the same kind of right-wing authoritarian quadrant as those ideologies. And they say Trump is a Nazi. I find it very interesting that Mein Kampf is a best-selling book in Turkey, which is under Islamic law and a majority Muslim country. I'm sure there's no connection at all between Islamists finding those kind of ideas appealing, and I'm sure they're just reading it for sort of historical interest. And then Trump will stop women's rights. There are Islamic countries where women can't drive, they can be raped by the husband won't be punished, or they can be raped and they'll be punished for being raped. If you look at divorce law, all kinds of things. It's crazy. Or like, Trump and his fans are extremists, and there's going to be like a rise in dangerous far-right violence. Suicide bombings, stonings, beheadings, executing magicians in the street for being sorcerers, you know, need I go on, really? All your criticisms of Trump apply to the ideology you are protecting from criticism. This is the wrong way round feminism. You have no fucking idea about fascism, or genuine patriarchy, or extremism, or rape culture, or having less human rights, or living under totalitarian rule, or how fucking dangerous and regressive the ideology you're blindly protecting is. Get a fucking grip and look a bit deeper before you try and reposition the burqa as a symbol of empowerment and stand in the street shouting Allahu Akbar because feminism.
Allah Akbar.
Like, so Allahu Akbar translates to God is great. So if there's loads of Christians in the street at this feminist march chanting God is great, just in English, that would be fine, would it? No, I don't think it would. I think you'd kick them out of the march for being right-wing or pro-life or whatever. Take a step back and look at what the fuck you are actually doing. Islam is a political movement. It's not just a religion. That's why there are countries that are under Islamic law, and they're not just countries with Muslims living in them. You are protecting and celebrating a political movement with ideas which run completely in contradiction to your own. On what planet does this make any fucking sense? And Linda fucking Sarsour, really? Linda, Sharia law is reasonable once you read into the details, it makes sense Sarsour? Fucking hell, feminism. Not every ally is a good one to have. Alright, people, that's it for now. That was just a quick ramble to basically say, look at this, what the fuck, this makes no sense. I'm going to stop there before I have some sort of horrendous irony-induced stroke. So I hope you're doing well out there, people. Thanks for tuning in, hope you're having a good day, and I will catch you on the next video.